Well, a very good evening from the London Irish Centre here in Camden Square. It's been 2.5 months of blood, sweat and tears for tonight's competitors. For many, the first time they have ever set foot in a competitive boxing ring. A hugely admirable venture from some of the city's ordinary folk. Tonight is their opportunity to do something that is anything but ordinary. A 600-strong crowd packs the main ballroom at this fantastic venue in the heart of the city. Friends, family and colleagues alike sit amongst the crowd. The glitz and glam of London's nightlife combined effortlessly with the grittiest and toughest of sporting disciplines. 13 fights scheduled on tonight's bill, so buckle in for a big night of boxing here in London. This is Battle Royale, this is White Collar Boxing. Inside the ring tonight is the WCB announcer Peter Lowe to bring in the fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, now fight for the WCBL welterweight title to be contested here in this ring. Welcome to the red corner from Klinger, Numan Hussain.
Well, Numan Hussain enters the ring for his 5th fight. Boxing out of Urban Kings, a tidy boxer, a good shot variety, and most importantly, he was the victor when these two first met. Big night for both men. The WCBL welterweight title on the line here. Who will come out victorious? This one slightly different, scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds. Expect fireworks here from Numan Hussain. Solid technical boxer. And his opponent, Lee Klinger, 38 years of age, from Chingford. For his own business, selling nutrition products, big boxing fan. Of course, he lost the last fight on points. Said that his main problem has been fitness, but he's now trained harder, hugely improved his stamina. And he says he's now got 4 solid rounds in the tank. He said that he respects Numan Hussain, his opponent. He said he's a good counter-puncher, but that he's going to try and turn the tables on him tonight. Be patient, try and bring him on, box smarter, and use speed, not power. But he feels confident. He says that the experience at White Collar Boxing has done wonders for his confidence outside of the ring. He says you carry yourself like a different person once you've stepped in the ring. So 4 2-minute rounds here. The rematch for the WCBL welterweight title between Numan Hussain and Lee Klinger. The bell sounds for the first round, this rematch for the WCBL welterweight title. Hussain winning the first on points. Lee Klinger citing his fitness as the main obstacle in his defeat. Fast start from both men. Hussain on the front foot at the moment. Nice orthodox style from Lee Klinger. Just popping that jab out. Trying to establish the range, keeping it a distance. Hussain looking for that big counter right over the top of Lee Klinger's jab. He's found it a couple of times there. Hussain just showboating a little there, hands down by his sides, leaning back onto the ropes. Klinger just boxing smarter, sticking to the outside. So he's going to try and use his speed. He's caught again with a right hand counter by Hussain, and then a left. Just being a little bit outboxed here in this first round as Hussain walks forward again. Lee Klinger trying to find an angle. Nice counter jab from the man in the blue corner. Pouring away that jab from Hussain. Both men still trying to find their fighting range. Klinger trying to keep it on the outside. Again called a right hand counter. And Hussain's tripled up on that right hand. All three landed there. Klinger took them well. He's just trying to keep on the outside, trying to box. He's got a 4-round plan for this fight. He's caught a big left hook again, then a right. He's got to keep his head moving as Lee Klinger. Good opening round, and Numan Hussain looked comfortable with the pace of the fight. Picked some good shots off, and I'm sure he's got that round in the bag. Lee Klinger, some much needed advice coming in from his corner now. He boxed well, stuck to the outside, but he did catch a counter or two. Perhaps patience, even more so, is the key now for Lee Klinger. He's got to bring Hussain on. Got to not rush to be first to the punch because he's missing at the moment and being caught in return. It'll be a big test of his fitness. The 10-second marker sounds for the referee. So bell goes for the second round. The referee brings the fighters to the middle. Aggressive start from Numan Hussain, again swinging in with that left hook. He's caught Lee Klinger there slightly off balance. Just pushes him into the corner. Klinger just a little bit overawed by the early pace set by Hussain. Got to get on his bike, keep moving around the outside of the ring. Just having a little look at the referee here, as if to say, is this a boxing match or a wrestling match? Referee just telling Hussain there perhaps to just rein it in a little bit, get back to boxing. Jab, but Numan always looking for the counter. Oh, lovely counter left hook from Numan Hussain there, just over the top of the right hand. Just slips a 1-2. Good right to the body from Lee Klinger there. Nice work, locks his man up. Just dislodged the head guard a little bit of Numan Hussain. So a brief time out. Lee Klinger being sent to the neutral corner. And they return to the centre of the ring. Hussain taking command of the centre. Klinger on the outside in the blue. Good head movement from the man in the red corner, avoiding those 1-2s. Klinger slips under that, turns his man round, gets his back to the ropes. Feel that will be his best chance of success, Lee Klinger. Oh, nice lead right hand from Numan Hussain there. Just got the timing down to a T, hasn't he? Nice jab from Lee Klinger. And that's we reach the halfway point. Numan Hussain firmly in charge of this one at the moment. Lee Klinger sticking to his boxing, trying not to get brought into untidy scraps. It was almost inevitable at the beginning of that first round. Hussain came out absolutely swinging. I feel that Lee Klinger has got a 2-round deficit to overturn here. Can he do it? WCBL title on the line at welterweight. So we come into the third round of 4 here. Hussain resuming his position in the centre of the ring. Klinger staying on the outside, pumping the jab out. Looking to be aggressive as Hussain tries to get on the inside. Klinger trying to keep the fight on the outside. 2 opposing styles. Nice 1-2 from Lee Klinger. Better start to this third round from him. He's the third round. He's healed one of our ringside cameras here. Good movement from Lee Klinger here, and Hussain trying to get on the inside now. Klinger locks him up well, lands a little right hook to the inside. Hussain looking a little bit frustrated here. He comes forward, Klinger just moving on his bike. He's clearly been fed some instructions from the corner, lands another good jab. Klinger in front in this third round. Fear and stalking, poised in that Philly shell. That's Floyd Mayweather-esque defensive stance, trying to lead with the right hand. Klinger just on his bike. He's landed the only clean shots of this round. Hussain lands a jab and now a left hook. And Klinger just locks him up, shoves him back. Lands a jab again from Klinger, much better from the Chingford man. Goes for a right to the body, misses and is caught with a double right hand counter from Hussain. Klinger just managed to slip out of that one, but must keep face up, says the referee. Don't turn your back to your opponent. They're pushing him away again. Eats a right hand and then eats another. Just jabbing to the chest, Lee Klinger. Keeping Hussain on his toes, keeping him moving. Trying to keep him coming forward so that he can't plant his foot and land the big shots. And so far, so good for Lee Klinger. I wouldn't be surprised if he clawed around back there, the man from Chingford. He's still got to win. For me, 1 more to level the score. Perhaps he'll need a knockdown to win it. Hussain looking a little bit frustrated in that last round, not able to get on the inside as he was in the first 2 rounds, not able to get his shots off. And now is where we find out if those extra hours in the gym, the extra fitness regime, the healthy eating has paid off for Lee Klinger. He said he was a 2.5 round man the last time they fought. And he felt like with a bit of extra training, he could have gone the full 4 at that pace. He's now got that extra fitness. This is where it could pay off for the Chingford man. The referee brings the fighters to the middle for the 4th and final round of this WCBL welterweight title clash. Hussain in the centre of the ring. Lee Klinger just pumping that jab out, moving from left to right, trying to keep his opponent off balance. He's moving well here. Good jab from Lee Klinger. And Hussain looking frustrated, trying to stalk his man, trying to back him into a corner. Lands a right hand. Klinger on his feet, and Hussain's lost his footing now. Gloves to touchdown. Good work from Lee Klinger, just frustrating his man. Lands another jab, but eats a 1-2 right in the process. Spins his man round back to the ropes. It's great work from Lee Klinger. Really understands that perhaps he wasn't getting the best of the situations where both men were trading, and so he's decided to change the course of the fight. Keep his opponent on his toes, just land single shots, score the points and get out of there. And so far, the tide has begun to turn, but he's got to keep this up for another minute or so, Lee Klinger. He may just steal a draw here. As Hussain comes forward once more, looking a bit more tired now. The winner of the last fight. And Klinger again spins him round. Back to the ropes. And Hussain just stalking a little bit less now. As Klinger continues to take the outside, looking for his opportunity. Jabs again, and Hussain comes in with a right to the body. Wild left hook, wild big overhand swings here. All have missed so far. And Klinger hang on. He wants to avoid taking a big shot that will catch the judge's eye and perhaps land one himself. He's done so. Just gets out of the corner. Jab again from Klinger. He's eaten a 1-2. Got to stay on the move. This is where the fitness counts. Oh, a big right hand from Hussain, then a left. Perhaps those two are the shots that will clinch it for him as the bell goes. Just wonder whether Lee Klinger will rue those two shots. Great encounter between these two men. And win or lose, Lee Klinger will be very, very proud of his performance tonight. Certainly a 4-round man now. Good showing from him. He raises his hands aloft. He thinks he's done enough here. Another hard one to score. Really adapted well, Lee Klinger. A solid opening 2 rounds from Hussain. Really took command of the centre of the ring. Landed some great counter shots. And took the very best of the exchanges that they had in those opening 4 minutes. And then at the halfway point, Lee Klinger decided to mix it up. He got on the outside of the ring, picked some single shots, kept on the move, kept his opponent off balance. Frustrated his man. Maybe nicked a round, maybe nicked 2. Very hard to say at this point. We await the judges' decisions, which have now been passed to the referee. And the verdict for the new WCBL Welterweight Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for both fighters after an excellent contest, please? After 4 rounds of action, the judges have scored this bout 39-37. Your winner and the new welterweight WCBL champion,
And it is Numan Hussain who takes the WCBL welterweight title. Lee Klinger doesn't look happy at all. He fought bravely over the last 2 rounds, but I think the first 2 so clinically Hussain's that perhaps that just outweighed the good work that Klinger did in the latter half of the fight. Nonetheless, sterling performance from both men. Hands are held aloft. And although Lee Klinger will be disappointed, he's given a great account of himself tonight. Much improved from his first fight. But Numan Hussain is the new WCBL welterweight champion.